Hello and welcome back to another stream on the Haunted Hippie channel. Tonight, we're in for a treat. I feel like I don't do a lot of like super chill streams anymore. Like we don't ever just pick a topic and ramble anymore. I feel like because I don't do my top 10 lists on stream anymore. I do them in video form. Sometimes the horror news streams are pretty chill, but a lot of the times I've been gaming lately, so I'm just excited to like talk about some of our favorite franchises, the stuff that we all know and love, the shit that we can all talk. So I'm pretty stoked. Also, just like great news this evening. You know what? I'll share my screen. How about I share my screen to show you what I'm talking about? We have fundraised $700 so far, and we haven't even done a fundraising event for Famished. So 7% to our goal. My goodness, that's nearly 10. That's nearly 10%. I think we might be able to get to 10% tonight. I don't know. What I do know is that I was just at happy hour with my producer Kayleen, and we were talking about Famished a little bit. We were talking about it a little bit. So yes, I've had some drinks. Also, for every $100 that may or may not get donated to Famished tonight, I will be pouring one up. Yes, I will. Yes, I will be taking a shot. So that's really up to you. Famished GoFundMe link should be linked down below. But yeah. Oh, is the mic loud, or am I just talking really close to it? Sorry. Gain shouldn't be up too much. I don't have it set too high. I don't believe. But anyway, maybe check your volume, dog. Let me see who's here. Tonight have I said what we're doing? We're playing horror this or that. And it's a little bit more broad than would you rather. Some questions are just would you rather though. But I set it up as this or that because I also want to talk about not only like, I don't know, would you rather be chased by Michael or Jason, but Michael or Jason in general? Like, who's your fave? I want to talk about, which situation you'd rather be in, but then also like who's the fave, who and what, like it just makes the conversation, it makes it a little more broad. You know what I mean? But Lexius, thank you so much kicking off the tips tonight. Courage the Cowardly Dog or Scooby-Doo. I didn't really watch Courage the Cowardly Dog. I remember that it kind of freaked me out. I didn't like the animation style of like the people in that show, so I didn't really watch it. I was such a Scooby-Doo girl. Wicker Man or Midsommar? Can we not come for my throat so early in the evening? Oh my goodness. I also came up with 25 of my own this or that questions. So that should keep us going for a while, but by all means, feel free to insert your own as well. Shit, Wicker Man or Midsommar? Oh God. I'm inclined to say Midsommar. Film quality wise, I would probably say Wicker Man, even though I think they're both perfect films. But I think enjoyment wise, I would probably say Midsommar because I rewatch that movie every single year, and I just love the actors so much. They're a little bit more like of my time, obviously, so I feel a little bit more of a connection to Midsommar, probably. That's so hard to say though. I don't know. Oh my God, this is a great question too. Needy or Bridget? Needy from Jennifer Check or Bridget from Ginger Snaps? What's so funny is one of my this or that's was, where is it? I was going to ask Jennifer or Ginger. So if you want to, we can start with that one. If you guys want to start putting your answers in the chat for that one, absolutely go for it. This is, oh my God, the parallels of these movies are so Needy or Bridget. I don't know, because also like Ginger Snaps is a little bit more grounded, where Jennifer's body is much more of a heightened reality. So like I kind of want to say Needy because she gets to carry out the revenge fantasy and she gets to absorb the powers and stuff, and I don't know, she's a little funnier to me. But Bridget's more real. It's too hard of a question. I'm excited for the hot takes too. Speak your truth tonight, as always, of course. Sharpening my pitchforks if I hear any heresy, for sure. 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 We're anything but chill about horror hot takes. We are. We are. Um, but the good news is I tend to mute anybody that's even slightly annoying. So generally, in these circumstances, I'm the one that's coming in a little bit too hot, but this is my cult. I am the dictator, so what are you gonna do? Oh, you mailed a package. Oh, nice. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I actually am visiting my parents next weekend, so that's perfect. Hello. This should be fun. Angel or Mr. Sparkles? So I don't know the character of Angel that well, to be honest with you. If you guys don't know, Angel is from Buffy, the Vampire Slayer, and then he got his own spin-off show. I do love David Boreanaz from Bones, but I never I didn't get into Buffy, so I have to say Edward. I don't like Edward either, but my heart belongs to Twilight, so I gotta say Edward. Hell yeah. Hello, Claire. Hello, Tori. Hello, Noah. Fixing my drum set at the moment. You can just listen, no worries. Cosmic horror or sci-fi horror? Ugh. There's definitely overlap there. Like, I would put it's too far. Would I put cosmic horror under the umbrella of sci-fi? I actually do have a question about cosmic sci-fi horror in here. I wanted to ask you guys, Color Out of Space or Annihilation? That was another one of my questions down the line. And I don't know my own personal answer for that yet. I guess there's just more sci-fi horror out there, so I feel like that's why I'm inclined to say sci-fi. As far as my preference, I don't know, because I mean, I think correct me if I'm wrong, because some of you guys keep better track of my opinions than I do, but I'm just trying to think of a movie off the top of my head that's cosmic horror that I'm obsessed with. And I don't know if I could name one. The only ones I can think of are Color Out of Space and Event Horizon, and I would consider Annihilation to be cosmic horror. But I feel like there's just not that many. So that's more the issue, and why I would lean towards sci-fi, because there's just so much variety in sci-fi horror. You know what I mean? That's a great question. Hello. Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Let's maybe refer to my Letterboxd ratings, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see. I think I remember. The last time that I watched Freddy's Dead, it might have been I might have given it a half star or 1 star, to be honest. I really loathe that movie, but I haven't seen it in quite a while. Freddy's Dead. I give it a half star. Yeah. So yeah. I think the original Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, I gave 1 or 1.5 stars. I know that for a fact. I know that I didn't give it a half star, so I guess I gotta say Blood and Honey. But who knows? Who knows on my rewatch of Freddy's Dead? I don't know. It's been a while. When was the last time I watched it? That was September of 2022. So I might 3 years go by between rewatches. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good today. Billy or Stu. I'm just so partial to Matthew Lillard. That's so. I have to say Stu. Also, he's just so funny, but obviously you mainly attribute that to Matthew Lillard, because it's not like the character of Stu is particularly great or anything. He's just this snivelly sidekick, but Matthew really brings him to life. So it's I'm really more so voting for Matthew Lillard, I suppose. Thank you. Yeah, I know, right? Hello. I mean, this isn't the time nor place, but sure, throw it in the comment section. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that as well. No. This is a moonshine shirt. I don't know where it really comes from. I thrifted it a long time ago. Oh, King of the Dead, you made it. Hello. Ginger Snaps or Jennifer's Body? I'm more of a Ginger Snaps girl. I think Yeah, I'm definitely more of a ginger snaps girl. It's just more real to me. But I love Jennifer's Body. It's a difference between like a 4.5 star rating and a 5 star rating, you know what I mean? So, um, it is really Cowardly Dog. Is it good? Is it good? I don't know. Um, Scooby-Doo, yeah. To me, that's like the obvious choice. Oh, hello, Paige. Hug with Godzilla. Oh, from Godzilla -1 or Godzilla X Kong. Neither of them like humans, do they? I guess I would say Godzilla X Kong because those movies are just more goofy. So maybe he's a little bit sillier, goofier. I don't know. You think Ginger would win the fight? Well, if we're talking about who would win in a fight, I I would probably pick Jennifer. I don't know. I don't know. Um, because I mean, her mouth does that thing. But is she stronger than a werewolf? I don't know. I don't know. You pick Needy. She's smart and wanted to help her best friend. She's also very underrated. But Bridget is also very smart and she loved her sister dearly. You know, I think they're very similar situations. And Bridget's also very smart. You think easily, Bridget. Watched Intercepts 2 recently, loved it. Oh, okay, fair. Jennifer, check for you. Love her attitude and style. I think they're like they're very similar characters, you know. Oh, no worries, John. Catch you later. Oh, thank you. You pick Annihilation. You also okay. A lot of votes for Annihilation. Do we no love for Color Out of Space here? That's I like it. I think Annihilation is probably a better movie. The third act just like falls apart though, doesn't it? Color Out of Space, I also feel like I would like a little bit more on a rewatch. It's totally both those movies like don't really live up to their potential. But I thought we would have more votes for Color Out of Space. The Bear Still Haunts Me, right? I'm due a rewatch for Annihilation. Oh, The Void, yeah. I watched that for the first time last year. I liked that movie. Sweeney Todd or Sleepy Hollow. I don't really like either of those. I think that I remember enjoying Sweeney Todd more though, because it had Alan Rickman and he was singing. Nancy Downs or Sarah Sanderson. Oh, I almost said, well, Sarah Sanderson is funnier, but is she? It's just Nancy's. Wait, no, wait. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm thinking of the right person. We just watched this movie, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We did. I was. Relax. Nancy's a lot more like darkly funny. She's just got a darker sense of humor. I think I relate more to Nancy. I think I would choose Nancy. I think I like her character more. The Killer Clowns or Pennywise? Pennywise is scarier. Killer Clowns are funnier. I enjoy the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space more than any of the It movies. Does that answer the question? Alien, I would not say is cosmic horror, no. No. That's just a straight up alien movie, sci-fi, right? I don't know, does Prometheus? No. Prometheus doesn't get cosmic, no. I know it, and I haven't gone into his stuff to be awesome. To be honest. Underwater, I never finished that movie. I'm sorry. I'm also really behind on the chat. Thank you so much. Michael Myers or the guy from Hush? I'm sorry. Michael Myers, I think that Michael Myers is my favorite horror villain icon of all time. I think I can say that because I revisit the entire Halloween franchise every single year in the fall. It has become such a comfort to me. And I just, even the worst movies of that franchise, I have found love for. So I love Michael. I was trying to think of like who am I more afraid of? Because I don't know if it's an inflated sense of self or something, but I I feel like because Michael is he's so tunnel vision, he's so like simple-minded, I feel like I could get away from him. I mean, Lindsay does in Halloween Kills. She just hides. So I feel like if I was in the house and Michael was locked out, I feel like my odds would be pretty good. Whereas the guy from Hush, he thinks a little bit more three-dimensionally. He's a little more he plans better. I don't know. So I don't would I be more scared of the guy from that feels like a ridiculous thing to say. But I kind of feel like it's true. Amber or Jill from the Scream franchise. Now I love those girls. Okay, there's gonna be spoilers for Scream. I think just throughout this stream, I think there's gonna be spoilers for like every major franchise because we got to talk about characters and stuff who we prefer and whatever. The reveals for both those girls are top notch from that franchise. Like so good. I don't think I'll ever get over the Jill reveal though. Like I still don't know if I've completely wrapped my head around that. That was a formative moment watching Scream 4 for the first time for me. So I think I have to say Jill. She's crazier, I would say. Um, so oh, Drake or Kendrick, I don't know. I don't fucking care. I mean, Kendrick already won, did he not? I saw the teaser. I didn't like fully watch it. I know that they played Feminine Nomenon, and I'm here for that. Chucky all the way though. Chucky all the way. All the way. You think Jennifer would lose? Without Needy's love, she doesn't have much motivation to live. Ginger is a raging animalistic monster and doesn't need motivation to kill beyond instinct. That's true. That's true. Like when she turns into the werewolf, then she's not. I mean, almost her entire sense of self is gone. So that's a good point. That's a good point. I. How do you know if I left out Underworld, but not if I left out Ginger Snaps? What do you mean? Anyway, guy from Hush scares me more than Michael because he feels more grounded. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Would I rather become a werewolf during every autumn moon or become a vampire that'll never see the sun? I would definitely rather be a werewolf, I think. Yeah, I can't not see the sun. Even I live in Los Angeles. We get like 30 cloudy days a year, maybe. I don't know. No, we get maybe like 10 days of rain a year and we get some like overcast months and stuff, but generally we still get a lot of sunlight. Even when the weather starts to get up to like 75 degrees, I'm like, where has it been? The sunshine. Where have you been? And it's like, it's been here. It's just been a little bit colder. So no, I couldn't live without the sun, I don't think. As much as I love fall and winter and stuff. Ginger seems cooler would hang out with me. Ginger is much more self-assured than Jennifer. Jennifer's got a lot of insecurity problems, and that's why like I personally could not be friends with her. So that's you make a good point, sure. Apple Plus, it's currently on my streaming rotation. I'm about to lose Disney Plus because my dad decided it's not worth it right now. So alas. Ooh, a series starring Nell Tiger Free produced by Shyamalan. Oh, I'll be sad for that. I didn't know about that. Apple doesn't promote anything that is not Severance. It's ridiculous. Valentine's Day or April Fool's Day? For horror movies, Valentine's Day. There's just more Valentine's horror movies. And conceptually, I do like Valentine's Day more. I didn't used to like it because I hated the aesthetic of it. But then, obviously, watching more Valentine's horror movies, I grew to appreciate it. So Idle Hands or Trick or Treat? I would need to rewatch Idle Hands to be sure, but I do give Trick or Treat a perfect 5-star rating, so I'm probably gonna say Trick or Treat. Thank you, Lexius. Would I rather live in a town with no sunlight like 30 days or have an annual purge? Fuck me, shit. I can handle the purge. No, I can't. Last night, story time. My landlord is currently out of town and he's always here. He is always here. I never have this house to myself. And last night, Scott left, and like immediately after he left, I heard a funny noise. Okay? I heard a noise. And it wasn't my ice machine. It sounded like when, when like a door will like open a little bit if there's like a draft in the house, if there's like a window open on one side of the house and like another window rattles or like a door kind of opens or something. It kind of sounded like that. My heart turned to ice. Scott had to come back over. He had to come back over and he essentially had to like check my house for monsters for me. So I don't know that I would survive the purge. I might be too scared, but I don't think I could deal with living in a town with no sunlight. So there's that story time. Anyway, thank you so much. Made me laugh out loud when you roasted Quentin Tarantino, my top 10. Look, I don't get a positive vibe. I get a weird vibe from that guy, and I'm gonna talk about it. So I'm glad I made you laugh. Thank you so much. I should watch. I have heard of Skins. Free on YouTube. Oh, has a pre-famed Nicholas Hoult, indeed, and Dev Patel. And I know the cast of that movie is insane, or that show is insane. I am aware of that. But yeah, it's also really long. I know there's a lot of seasons, so it's just been around. So I know it's like waiting there for me. I'll get to it. You be fine with no sunlight? I don't know. No sunlight, easy, creature of the night. Not me. Oddly enough, not me. I have a little bit of insomnia issues here and there. It just I'm usually a good sleeper. Sometimes I can't fall asleep until like 2 in, but I'm not a nighttime person. Like I want to be asleep. You know what I mean? I couldn't deal with no sunlight. That's crazy. I would see, and that's the thing. It's like, would you rather be a werewolf or a vampire? I would rather be a vampire, but provided that I can be in the sun. I don't care if I sparkle. If it's a Twilight thing, that's fine. That's okay with me. I need the sunlight. I do. A ghost. Your TV unpaused itself. Well, mine has like a timer that's like, TV will automatically shut down. Are you still watching? Embarrassingly, yes, I am. Okay, let me go to one of my questions. Well, I had my questions on the thumbnail, so let's talk about it. Annie Wilkes or Rose the Hat? Who would you rather be in the presence of? Because mind you, yes, Rose the Hat has like powers and stuff. Is probably like easily scarier, but you got to think of the circumstance. If you're around Annie Wilkes, it's because you've wandered into her domain, into her territory. She's got you trapped in her house, okay? So it's situational. And then also, who's the better bitch? Like who as a villain, who do you prefer? Annie Wilkes or Rose the Hat? I don't think it's so cut and dry. I don't. Because also it depends, are we talking about the books? Because if we're talking about the books, then for me, it's easily Annie. If we're talking about the movies, it's kind of easily Rose the Hat. If it comes down to who do I want to face off with, I think it's Rose the Hat. Both of them, interestingly, an interesting pattern with Stephen King there. I think both of them are like very psychological characters that with each of them, there are methods you could kind of like talk your way out of trouble with a little bit. And I think that I would personally fare better with Rose the Hat. I feel like Annie Wilkes would call my bullshit so fucking fast. Like our personalities just wouldn't mesh. Like Annie Wilkes wouldn't like me, to put it bluntly. she'd get sick of me so quick. I think Rose the Hat, I could maybe skate by on a little bit of like flattery, a little bit of like, well, I'll join you. You know, but I don't have the Shining, which could I'm useless to Rose the Hat. That's silly thinking on my part, but so yeah, those are my I have like 3 different answers for that question. I'm delusional enough to think I would survive the purge. I don't think that's that delusional because also it's like it's a game of statistics, right? Because majority of people are not participating in the purge. So the people that are participating, like what house are they going to go to? What are the odds they're going to come to my house? Like you could survive the purge. I don't think that's that delusional. But I'm more like knowing my luck, it probably would be my house. But I don't know. Scream 3 or Halloween Resurrection. I love them both. And I love them both. For me, it's Scream 3 though. I think like quality wise, that's kind of an easy answer for me. Beatrice, I have seen Inside. We watched that together last year, didn't we? Or Asami from Audition. It's been too long since I've seen Audition, to be real with you. It's been too long. So I don't know. I remember them being similar though. That's a good question. That's a good question if I had seen the movies more recently. I can't answer that. Buffy or Bella? Well, okay. So Buffy. So Buffy's a way more badass character. That's the obvious answer. Who do I relate to more? It's Bella. it's Bella. Like I went through like my pathetic bitch era. Okay. And I think a lot of girls do. I think that this is like a very common experience for a lot of women because it's you especially I don't know if it's like especially a United States thing, like our culture and whatever, but a lot of the times, like a lot of women will center men because it's like what we're taught and like center male validation and masculinity because there's power in it. Like there's just obviously more power in it. And it's like I watched Wolf of Wall Street at age 18 and was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, so we have that I think it's like a growing pain that like a lot of women go through. And then we get disillusioned and we leave that. So I had my Bella phase. I had my centering male validation phase. Absolutely. Absolutely I did. So that's also a really hard question. That's a really hard question. And has anybody answered my Annie Wilkes or Rose the Hat question yet? I'm 5 minutes behind in the chat. We shall see. Midsommar or The Witch? I gotta say Midsommar, but I do love The Witch. That's a good question. I'm also due for a rewatch of The Witch. I think it's been like a year and a half or so. I'd rather be a werewolf too. Already hairy, but I'm a night person. I miss the sun too. I know. Because at the end of the day, as much as we'd like to think we're like little weird vampires or whatever, we're human beings. Like we need vitamin D. You know what I mean? Annie Wilkes, Rose the Hat because of Rebecca Ferguson. Right. Rose the Hat would be better to party with. If you're around Annie, you're having a bad time. Exactly. Annie Wilkes is not the type of person that you can have a good time around, even temporarily. It's like he set up that weird little dinner with the two of them, and it's all a game. It's all just like a matter of survival. But Rose, she lets loose sometimes when they have their little steam breathing parties. She can be a good time. She has a good time when the steam is aplenty. Oh my god, I know. It was so funny. Somebody made a list on Letterboxd that was like movies where a white director casts himself in a cameo to say the N-word, and it was literally only Taxi Driver and was it Pulp Fiction? No. What's the Tarantino one? Is it the one where they do the job and it's gone wrong? What's the name? I don't remember. Somebody will tell me. But yes, very much that. Rose the Hat is more evil. Yes, the things she does are far worse. Annie Wilkes she's mentally ill. You know, I don't even know if Annie's not evil. I wouldn't say that Annie's evil. But intention doesn't matter so much when you're like getting your foot chopped off. So anyway, um Rose the Hat. Oh, you already saw Drop today? Oh, it was a mystery movie. Damn, that caught my eye. We get an early screening on Wednesday, so I am going to that. As a villain, I prefer Annie. I relate to her obsessing over non-real characters. Yeah, same. Excuse me. Plus, she's a nurse, so she'd take care of me well. But does she though? She does end up causing a little more harm than help. Um, can't stand people like Annie. Sure. I am more compatible with Rose the Hat, yes. The consequences of messing up with Rose is worse. Yes. But I think they both ultimately lead to the same place. Like, if Paul didn't find a way to get out, he would have ended up with like sepsis or whatever. I mean, he already ended up with like an opioid addiction and all that and like broken ankles and stuff. It would I think that with either of them it would lead to the same place. So anyway, just a reminder, by the way, if we get $100 in donations tonight on Famished, then I will be taking a shot. For anybody that didn't hear me say that up top, I've got my materials ready, but we're not there yet. I lead the country. The purge is gonna happen. I mean, this is already a bad place to be as it is. Like, I don't know how much worse this country would really get if the purge happened. I don't know. There's already so much civil unrest here. Like, I don't know. It's sort of like how Black Mirror feels a little obsolete at this point. Rose that makes me drool. Annie Wilkes frightens me more. Just since she's more grounded in reality. That's fair. That's fair. Alice or Rosalie? Alice. I'm team Alice all the way. She's my number one team. She's my number one. No, I haven't. This is like the most behind I've been on a new horror release in a long time. But I'm seeing it tomorrow. So yay. It is Pulp Fiction. That is Pulp Fiction. Yeah. 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 I haven't seen either of these actually. Rarely stumped like that. Thank you so much. I was thinking of Reservoir Dogs, but I think it was Pulp Fiction, yeah. Oh, thank you. Rose the Hat will suck my soul out, and Annie Wilkes will just cripple me, so it's a fair deal. So you go with Annie, you mean? I don't remember what you said, but anyway. I believe Annie serves as a metaphor for addiction, allegory for the pressure a writer faces in the face of a passionate fan base. Very much so. I know that Stephen King was like writing based on one of his worst fears, so that makes sense. Now, okay. My second favorite question that I had on my thumbnail was more of a would you rather. Would you rather end up at Hannibal or Leatherface's table? Listen, both are bare disgusting, okay? On the one hand, you have food that is covered in bugs and rotting, and the scent alone may make you vomit. On the other hand, at Hannibal's table, the food it's like a 5-star Michelin chef crafted a luxurious meal for you. It's like a 6-star meal. However, it is human flesh, so where do we stand? Am I outing myself for being fucking nuts? Is the answer to this question actually easy? Because to me, I feel like it's not. To me, I feel like it's not. Because bear in mind, this is hypothetical. But like, is that crazy? I don't know. I don't know because also like if you end up at Hannibal's table, especially like in the TV show and stuff, he always has these dinner parties and whatever. Nobody knows that it's human food, and also he ends up mixing regular other meats in with it. So there's a chance you're not eating human meat and you're just eating like a 6-star meal. Do I roll those dice? I'm gonna need to see your reactions with haste right now. Hannibal. With Leatherface, I have to deal with the entire family. Well, that's true. Hannibal. Okay, Hannibal will be fun to have a conversation with. Exactly. Hannibal. Oh my god. Okay, you guys are as sick and twisted as me. Yeah, especially if it's the show. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, in the movies, we in the first movie, we don't see his table set, do we? And then in the second movie with the brain with the brain scene, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That see, it depends. If we're talking about Hannibal the movie with that brain scene, would I choose Leatherface's table over that particular scene? I can't eat somebody else's brain. I can't eat somebody else's brain. No. I think I would rather swallow a mouthful of like rotten chicken than like eat a piece of someone else's brain. Ah! Oh my god, I'm grossing myself out. Having my soul devoured or being mentally and physically tortured are both terrible options. Exactly. That's what makes these questions so fun, right? Do I have to eat the food? You have to eat the food. Yes, we are polite dinner guests in this scenario. That's why the question's so hard, is because yeah, you gotta eat. If you didn't have to eat the food, that's such an easy answer. Of course you'd say Hannibal's table. He's polite, he's deeply intellectual. You would have very stimulating conversation for hours on end, you know? I mean, sure, you already have. You already have. So, sure. Absolutely. Hannibal, no question. It's people either way. I didn't think about that at all. I didn't think about that at all, actually. Actually, I didn't think about that. There, in the original TCM, is it canonical that they are cannibals? Because I might have been completely unaware of that, to be really honest with you. If I'm not the dinner, then Hannibal. Dealing with Leatherface is a lot. I'm not about that life right now. Hey, me either. Hey, me either. Pick Hannibal. Yeah. Leatherface. A dysfunctional family feels a lot more fun to me than a guy like Hannibal that is too intellectual. Hey, different strokes for different folks. To me, I don't enjoy dysfunctional family dynamics. I'll dip my toes in every once in a while if I like get invited to a wedding or something, but like, I don't enjoy that kind of atmosphere. If I had a dysfunctional family personally, I think that I would break off probably. So I don't know that life. It's not for me. Human tastes like pork. Why do you know that? Why do you know that? Ratatouille, but serial killer. Yep, exactly. I'm rolling those. All right, yeah, okay. Sawyer House stank in real life too. Making the movie too. Thank you so much. I have not seen Angel Heart. No, but thank you for the tip. What did they say? I would have to scroll back up. Pick a third option. Allow myself to be devoured by the yellow jackets. At least then my sacrifice might appease a wilderness deity. I love that. And you know what? I think I have a question related to that. Hold on. Oh, I did. Okay. Would you rather end up on Hannibal's table or get buried in the pet cemetery? Isn't that a good fucking question? I was so proud of myself for coming up with that. Also, I'm gonna delete the questions I've asked so far just so I can keep track here. And that's perfect. That's a related question. So yeah, for me, I am okay, here's my delusion. My thing is like, if I were, a zombie from the crazies, or if I was buried in the pet cemetery, I feel like I would be able to cling on to myself. I think it I think it might have a little something to do with my panic disorder. I think it has a little something to do with that because, um, the way that I will fight against dissociation so fucking hard, the way that I will fight to maintain my grip on reality because the idea and the sensation of dissociation is so fucking terrifying to me that I hold on. Um, so I like kind of have this idea that if I got buried and came back, like a little piece of me would be there. Like I think I would, and that's not realistic. And that's not realistic, but the idea of other people eating my flesh, I don't think I could cope with that. I know I'd be dead. I know I wouldn't care. Like rationally I can say that, but like it's the idea of it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So anyway, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? You'll eat the brain. That's freaky. That's freaky. I'm not eating brain, but I'll eat everything else. You guys are freaks. Oh my gosh. Um, oh gosh, are we talking about my crushes right now? I don't know. Nancy, they both get annoying. They both get like drunk with power. And so I'm inclined to honestly say neither of them. I'm a personality girl, you know? I'm a personality girl. Oh, Franny, hello. Um, oh hey, tardy to the party. No worries. Master Chaos is here. Jose is here. If you guys don't remember, he was just on last time talking about horror news. Oh, it's heavily implied about the cannibalism in the first TCM, but it's a mystery. Yeah, I mean, like, I know that they hang people up on the hooks and they literally like treat them like animals for slaughter and everything. But I never like fully made that connection. I just kind of thought it was like a, get off my yard, stay off my property type beat, not like a you wander in here and we'll eat you type beat. I think it's a little bit more explicit in the remake, is it not? I don't know. Um Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh my fucking god. All right. All right. I said I would. Here we go. Fucking hell. All right. Shit. I only have water. I know. I'm chasing with water. I don't have any other options right now. I'm out of fun little drinks. I don't often keep fun little drinks in my house. I'm even out of like coconut water right now. Oh god. This is gonna be disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. Tito's is not that bad. Oh my goodness, we did it. We did it, folks. First shot of the night. Toss my ass in the pet cemetery. Okay, was that an easy question? Was that a bad question? Damn. Pet cemetery. At least I can meet my dead animal friends in dead mode. You're so right for that. Was that a bad question? Damn. I thought that was a good question. I thought some people would be like really disturbed by the fact that, they would come back, but like not as themselves. Because both of them, it's like, both of them, your autonomy, she's gone. You're dead and gone. But your body is being used for, very fucked up things in either case. So, I do in fact want to be buried in Pet Cemetery because I want to be the living dead. Then I get to come back all fucked up and I can have a lot of fun with that. I really love your mind. Like, I love the way that you think. I love the way you're thinking right now. But, okay, here we go. Hannibal's table anytime. I wouldn't want to come back to life and hurt someone I care about. Guys, Justin has it right. We don't want to hurt the people we love. Of course, Justin's right. Oh my gosh. Hannibal's table, unfortunately. Don't want to become whatever it is that comes out of the cemetery. Okay. All right. Okay, we do have a mix here. We do have a mixture here. Rather be buried in a pet cemetery. Anything my body does is not my control. Exactly. Hannibal still. Okay. With all the junk food and booze I've ingested, I don't think I'd taste too good. I don't think I'd taste too good right now either. To be honest. Pet cemetery. Hope I'm delicious, because I don't want to come back in any form. Take the leprechaun's gold or steal the button from Drag Me to Hell. Oh god. Probably leprechaun's gold. I think like the barring barring some of the stuff that he does in the sequels where like it does get more mystical, doesn't it? He's just a little guy. He's just a little guy. I'm a big fucking bitch. Like, I'm not. Should I be more worried? Maybe. Maybe I'm not thinking it through, but like I'm just like not that worried about the leprechaun. Maybe I should be, and that's on me. But stealing the button from Drag Me to Hell, there's no getting out of that, really. So no thanks. Fucking love Drag Me to Hell. Oh my god. Hannibal's table. Don't think it'd be strong enough to fight against the entity place that puppets your body after death in Pet Sematary. And I don't think anybody is. Like I said earlier, I qualified. I think it's my delusion making me lean towards that choice. They did have Grandpappy sucking blood off Sally's finger. That's really true. That's really true. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jose. Yes, throw a like. Throw a like on the stream. Oh, a horror movie with an amazing first act that loses steam, or a horror movie that is dull humdrum until an amazing third act. I think if I look back at my taste historically, I would say a horror movie with an amazing first act that loses steam. I know that sounds crazy because, like, obviously you want to be left with the best impression, but that's how I feel about The Craft. Like, I love the whole movie up until the last, like, 20, 25 minutes. And so it's still worth revisiting for that reason. If I know that a movie has a terrible pace and is totally boring until the very end, I'm probably only going to watch it that one time. So yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I just took a shot. You're going to make me take another shot 4 minutes later? Okay, you know what? The last shot hasn't even hit me yet. So we're going to be safe. Please don't try this at home. Lexius, I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for the donations. I'm going to pour it right now. I'm not going to take it right now. It's sitting right in front of me. I won't forget. I will not forget. But I cannot take it immediately. I will get too silly too fast right here on this stream. And this is public. And it will live forever. So, okay. I will give me like another 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because we literally were just talking about Happy Death Day 3, and now it's official. I shared it on my my Instagram story today. And I don't know. I get these feelings in my bones that it's like, were they listening to the horror fandom? Because they came out, and also literally, I think it was a Bloody Disgusting post. Like in the caption, it was like, after yet another non-news update, like after another non-story about Happy Death Day 3, they've finally announced that the third movie is coming to fruition. And it's like, yeah, we were all just talking about like, can we shut the fuck up about Happy Death Day 3 unless it's actually coming to us? We literally were just talking about that on the last news stream. So yeah, there's that, and then I don't know what else is going on, to be honest, but yeah, let's make it a thing. Let's make it a monthly thing. Hannibal for sure. Pet Sematary, different state of existence would be interesting, but would you be there? And I guess that's also a question of like, are you willing to roll those dice? You know what I mean? Because you probably wouldn't be there at all. You know, maybe you get to be in the passenger seat, but maybe not. So I'm saying, I curl him up with one arm, you know. Okay, let me ask my next question so that we can get that rolling in the chat as well. Oh, but first, thank you. What clown would I have at my party? Pennywise or Art the Clown? Um, you know what? I was looking for inspiration for my questions, and I saw on BuzzFeed that like 60 something percent of people said that they would rather have to come face to face with Pennywise than Art the Clown. To me, that was crazy. I was like, okay, yes, okay. Now we know that Art is like demonic and stuff, but he doesn't ever really tend to use any powers to kill anyone. He's just like a particularly brutal slasher killer. So I was like, I would rather face off with Art the Clown. I truly believe that it's because the Terrifier movies are so brutal that that's why people say Pennywise. But I'm like, y'all are not thinking clearly. Like, I do not want to face off with a cosmic being that can alter my perception of reality, make me experience my worst fears, and then like eat my fear. No, I'm actually good. Like, I'm actually so good. So I would rather face off with Art. I think I would fare better. Again, am I crazy? Is that a hot take? Let's fucking discuss. Let's discuss. That was gonna be one of my questions actually. Holy Toledo, right? These donations, we got over 100 people in the chat. It's a good night. It's a good night here. I know. That's why we're gonna take a little break. That shot is hitting me now, so we're gonna yeah, but you know what? Tito's is not so bad. Tito's is pretty smooth. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm going to, because those are the rules. Those are the rules. I can't be inconsistent. I said that I would, and I will. I appreciate that though, but I stay true to my word. So yeah, let's put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Art the Clown or Pennywise? Like, okay, but who do I like more as a villain? I think so. Performance-wise, I get very different things out of Art and Pennywise. And also for me, it's Bill Skarsgård. Like, Bill Skarsgård is my Pennywise. I still like rewatch and revisit and enjoy the 1990 miniseries, but Bill Skarsgård is my Pennywise. Performance-wise, I get very different things out of them. So it's like, I don't even know who I like more. I love them for different reasons. I suppose I don't know. I don't know. Who do I like more? Oh my god. Because I've it 2017 was like a very formative movie for me. It was like that was like my first it came out I think in like my first semester of college. And really like brought me more into the horror genre. I had like discovered Scream as a teenager and stuff, but I wasn't like super entrenched. And then I don't know, it was like just like a huge cultural phenomenon at the time, and it was like a wonderful thing to live through. So, that was a big deal. But then like but then as the Terrifier franchise has gone on, I've fallen in love with it more and more. And Bill and David both really like make those films. I'm talking in circles. I can't fucking choose. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, would I rather have Freddy Krueger's dream powers or Chucky's voodoo abilities? I want to go in people's dreams. Do you know what? That is such an easy question for me because ever since that one episode of SpongeBob that I think is in the very first season where SpongeBob goes into all of his friends' dreams, I've wanted to do that. So yeah, that easily. Goth or emo, if there's a difference. There's definitely a difference. I don't listen to like any emo music. I feel like I would be rejected from that like culture. I'm definitely goth. I listen to my little Bauhaus and stuff, and that's more my aesthetic. Both are so real and so valid, though, you know? I just don't really identify with, like, emo. I don't know. Pet Sematary, because no one would notice the difference in you. Oh god, let that ghoul consume my soul from sinister or have the it follows curse. God, that ghoul scares the shit out of me. And with the it follows curse, I can think of so many bad people that I could just pass it to. I could do so much good with the it curse, you know? I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Pennywise, because I can bully hard. Me too, I'm pretty quick with it. Like, I don't think that Pennywise would get to me because you just have to sort of mock him, and I'm good with that. I can improvise that pretty well. So, yes, I would stand a better chance. Like, it would I think it would be scarier to face off with Pennywise, but I think my chances are better with him. Are they, though? Because for the most part, Art is kind of just a guy. When it comes to my actual chances, would I say Pennywise? No. Now I'm getting myself all mixed up. When it comes to my chances, would I say Pennywise? Like, I think, okay, here's the thing. I think that I could maybe get away more unscathed with Pennywise, but the chances of me defeating him psychologically are a little bit slimmer than me, like, fighting Art off. If that makes sense. I don't know. Would also rather face off with Art. Yeah, 11 out of 10. Remember walking around the mall last year, ran into Art the Clown, waved at me. Aw. You think you'd pass Art's vibe test? He would spare me. Is that a good thing, though? I don't think I would want to pass Art's vibe check. I feel like that I feel like that would be I feel like I would really, like, fall into a spiral about, like, well, what about my character? You know, if that happened. Um, hello, I am good. Feeling good. Art the Clown, because he would be entertaining. At least he would be entertaining until the bitter end, I suppose, yes. Yes, the Wendigo. Love the idea of it. Need to see more of it. I feel like they play with it a little bit in, like, The Ritual. And then if you read the book, The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon, it's there. Also, it's none of the adaptations of Pet Sematary implement the Wendigo when it's, like, in the fucking book. Let me save my anger. Let me keep my peace. Yeah. Prefer Art as a character because he's so entertaining. Yeah, he makes me laugh more, but then there's also the brutality. I'm like, I do like the kills, but, you know, it's heavy stuff because it's dealing, like, with a lot of real life, you know, coming of age stuff, but it's a little easier to consume than how Art kills people. Art is your preference. Like Art more as a character, don't want to be tortured for 82 minutes. Fair enough. Pick Pennywise. Yeah, it's like, do you want to be mentally tortured or physically? Tough question. Would I rather live in the Conjuring universe or the Insidious universe? Probably Insidious, because I would just simply not use my powers of astral projection. I would simply use discernment and not fucking deal with that. Whereas in The Conjuring, it's not so much a choice. It's not a choice. Those things, like, attach themselves to you, and then what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So, yeah, and that's valid, but here in my game, you must choose. You must choose. Me too. Such good creature design. You like Art more? He has so much personality without actually saying anything. Yeah, exactly. Still take the psychological torture of Pennywise over the 20-minute torture and kill from Art. Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, hello, welcome. Oh God, I'm making a short. Can only afford to have one. Great cinematography or great sound? Which one do you choose? Absolutely sound. You can if you don't have great cinematography and poor lighting and whatever, you can write that off as being like, well, that was an avant-garde choice. That was a stylistic flair. Bad sound, your audience will never forgive you. Yeah, so absolutely I choose having quality sound over quality visuals any day of the week, but on a haunted hippie set, you know you're getting both. All right, to be clear, but great question. It's a great question. Um, like Penny's style, art is too undignified, right? Right. But you know, my toxic trait is that I think I could survive Art the Clown. So, would I rather direct a Scream film or Evil Dead? I might surprise you by saying Evil Dead. I want to do like weird shit in my career. Like I want to do crazy, fun, over the top, disgusting. Like that's what I'm trying to do. I love Scream. Like that would obviously be sick, but I would be so much more inclined to direct an Evil Dead film. Yeah. Great question. If it would be a more difficult question if you asked me, you know, would I rather direct a Hellraiser or Evil Dead film? Then I'd be like, I don't know, you know. Um Ooh, would I rather be stuck in a House of Wax type town or Blair Witch type woods? Blair Witch type woods. She would sympathize with me. She would, you know, she would see me and she would sense that in the past 6 months I have hexed men. Like she would, you know, we would be kindred spirits to one another. I feel like she would, you know, she probably wouldn't let me go. She's not very forgiving, but I think that she would take me under her wing, you know? She probably still would kill me, but she would be like, she would, you know, she would mentor me even. So yeah, I would say that. I'm not trying to be turned into no fucking wax statue. Absolutely not. All you need to do about Pennywise is I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. I'm making him to kill him. Art would give you a worse death. Salt over the wounds. Yeah, that one was bad. That one was real bad. Yeah, exactly. But I just I am not completely I'm not completely neurotypical, okay? I fear that Pennywise like could damage my brain chemistry beyond repair is the thing. That's why initially I said I would rather face off with Art the Clown. And I do feel that Pennywise could accomplish some damage you know, before I ultimately defeat him. I don't know. I don't know. Remember what happened to Stanley? Martyrs of the Descent. The Descent. I much prefer. Martyrs was better than I thought though. Like I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Oh, Susie and the Banshees. Am I saying that right by the way? I don't think I've like ever said that band name out loud, but oh, yes. Spellbound. Yeah, absolutely. Um okay. What was the last question that I asked? Has it been a while? I might be due to ask a question. Oh, become a Cenobite or become a Deadite? Okay, so easily become a Cenobite. Those are very different things. Becoming a Deadite, it's much like Pet Sematary where it's like you're gone. Like you're not there. You don't really get to become the thing. It takes over your body. You're out of there. You're out of there. So, you know, I think Cenobite easily. Sarah Ravencroft from Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. The Phantom Virus from Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. I don't remember Cyber Chase well enough to answer this question, I don't think. But I'd probably rather go up against a Phantom Virus than a witch. I think I could probably say that with certainty. I don't know. I need to rewatch Cyber Chase. It's been a long time. But I think that's my answer. The real downside of it follows curse. You'd have to stomach hanky-panky with the scumbags you'd intentionally yeah. Well, I kind of been there. I was straight for a little while. Look, the pickings are fucking slim. Okay. If you want to have a good time in the bedroom. So that honestly, it's just doing a civic duty. I'm not too hung up on that, to be honest. My final pick, I have different answers for different considerations about the question. Okay. Candyman OG versus remake. I mean, the new one's a reboot. It's not a remake. I would love to do a deep dive on Candyman. So perhaps I will watch Welcome to Derry. Yes, I will. Thank you so much. Who would you have as gym partner? Jennifer or Sue? Oh, absolutely Sue. Jennifer is like, this is okay. I can't fully separate this. I can't fully separate Jennifer from Megan Fox in the commentary I'm going to make. This is more so directed at the culture of the time and something she fell victim to. Okay. I'm approaching this from an empathetic position. Okay. But Jennifer got her body from not eating very much. Okay. So I don't think she's really going to be able to coach me so well or spot for me very well. She's not going to save my life if I drop that bar. Jennifer? No. I mean, she's like this big. So yeah, absolutely Sue. I mean, she's got a workout show. She has a body that I believe looks like it's supported by protein. So definitely Sue. Scream or Halloween? Pick one once and for all. Are we talking about just the original films? Because in that case, I give both of them 5 stars, but I would pick Scream. Would I? Yes. Yes, I would. Halloween is so fucking comforting to me, though. But yes. If we're talking about the franchises as a whole, that's also a very different question because, like, I don't revisit the Scream franchise every single year. I do revisit the Halloween franchise every single year. At least, like, a good handful of the movies, if not the entire franchise. The quality of the Scream franchise is obviously much better. Obviously. Like, just is more consistent. But overall, there's so many more Halloween movies that there's so much more comfort there to be had, so many more hours of enjoyment. I don't know. I feel like I haven't asked a question in a hot minute. Oh, people are, yeah, the people, the streets have spoken. Cenobite. Do I have neurotypical? Like, like yes and no. Yes, in the sense that in my day-to-day, I think that because I don't know, I have some tics, I have some compulsions and whatever, but like I operate pretty neurotypically in the world. No, in the sense that I do have a panic disorder. I do have medication for that. I get panic attacks. I dissociate, like it's scary. So like, yes and no. Yes and no. Thank you. Would I rather be in an asylum with Needy or Bridget? Oof. See, I don't feel like that's fair because Needy ends up with powers. So like she can protect you, but Bridget, I think, is smarter. I think Needy. I feel like the protection is a little bit more important in that situation. So yeah. Sue from The Substance. She's gonna pump it up. You got to pump it up. Is that a trick question? I mean, maybe. Look, can you keep up with her? Can you keep up with Sue? She's extremely fit. I know the training that Margaret Qualley did was crazy for that role. Would I smoke with Jack Black's character? And I still know you did last summer. I haven't seen that movie in a long time and I don't really remember, but the answer is probably yes. Yeah. The answer is probably yes. Well, no, it wasn't bestow. No, because I mean, she was gorgeous. She looked like that before the whole ritual and everything. So, yeah, no. Happy Death Day or Freaky. Oh, I do love them both. I think my last ratings, though, I might have given Freaky 3.5 stars. I remember I didn't like it quite as much on a rewatch. I think. Is that right? Whereas Happy Death Day, I gave 4 stars. So I think I don't know. Let me see. What did I say? Freaky. Oh no, I give it 4 stars. I did. It was a rewatch. I guess they're equal for me then. My last review of Freaky was pretty good. It was pretty good. Okay. Well, one for hiking, one for clubbing, and one bestie. Miguelito Myers, Ghostface, or Jason V. I love that. That's like a way more fun version of Fuck, Marry, Kill. Oh my god. One for hiking, one for clubbing, and one bestie. So the obvious choice for bestie, I feel like, is Ghostface because you can be kind of picky and choosy with who it is, yeah? But I it, for hiking and clubbing, I don't want Michael or Jason there. We know that Jason can keep up with the hike. I'll probably say Jason for hiking and Michael Myers for clubbing. Oh god. But would I want Michael Myers as my bestie? Like, no. Am I really going to say Michael for clubbing? Oh my god. I guess I am. I don't know. The girl from The Ring or the girl from The Grudge? Samara or I don't even know who because I haven't watched The Grudge in so many years. I just remember not liking that movie at all. I'm gonna have to say Samara because I don't even remember the backstory of The Grudge. I need to rewatch it. I will. But also I need to watch the original. What's the name of the original Grudge, the Japanese one? Ju-on. I haven't seen that one, so I need to watch that. I've been in a little bit of like a J-horror era, especially the past few months. I really have been. I don't know if you've noticed with my monthly recaps, but that's where I've been living good amount of the time. Get zooted with the pee-pee poo-poo man or Freddy Krueger? That is an excellent question. The Bye-Bye Man doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. I think that Freddy Krueger would be a better hang, honestly. Because both of them are relentless, right? Like neither of them forgive, you can't drive either of them away. Well, Freddy, you can turn your back on him and you can take your power from him actually. So it's the same thing where it's like, it's a little bit similar to the Pennywise thing where I'm like, what's my percentage sort of success of overcoming my fear and all of that? But yeah, I think Freddy, I think overall would be a good hang. I think it'd be a good time. So, you meant the part where she's gutting the boys. Yes, I see. I know. No, I know. That's what Franny calls him. I love. Ghosty could not be my bestie. He would literally stab me in the back. And that's actually a great point that you bring up. Maybe I want Ghostface in the club because Ghostface has some funny moves and Ghostface is like historically quite clumsy until Scream 6, Max Leferrier, the stuntman that you are, made Ghostface actually badass. So maybe I do want Ghostface in the club. I don't know. Michael can keep unwanted men away at the club. That's so true. That's actually a great point. What's your answer? What's your answer? Oh gosh, Alex from A Clockwork Orange or JD from Heathers, both abysmal company, nightmare blunt rotation. I would fare better, I think, taking on JD. If it came down to like a fist fight, I'm gonna say JD. He's a little soft. I'm a little thicker than him. Like, I think I'd be okay. I think I'd be fine. As long as he doesn't bring a bomb to the fist fight, you know what I mean? Oh, hello! He would just stand in the corner and stare at people. Yeah, well, you know, I do like me a quiet man. So, that's okay. I literally had 25 questions for you all, and I think I've only asked like 4 of them. Okay. Let me choose one. Oh, I did already ask Color Out of Space or Annihilation. So I can cross that one off. Oh, and Face Off with Pennywise or Art the Clown. Yes. Oh, you know, I have some sequel questions. I think that great horror movie sequels are actually so plentiful, and we don't end up talking about them that much because we always like talk about the original classic, or we're talking about the franchise as a whole. So I have some questions. I'm gonna ask several so that we get, you know, a good amount of stuff in the chat for me to go through. And then maybe I'll take a shot. And then I'm gonna have to I was gonna say then I'm gonna have to go, but I'm like, no, I'll stay on for another 15, 20. Maybe till it starts to hit. Okay. We're gonna have to do a round 2 of this because I had more questions. But okay. Scream 2 or Child's Play 2? That's a tough fucking question. Those are both immaculate sequels. I don't know. I'll try to figure out my answer, but another one, we have the part 4 of franchises, beloved part 4s, The Final Chapter or Bride of Chucky. I'm gonna put these in the chat too, actually. Let me do that really quick. Okay. Scream 2 or and I know that I can post a poll somehow. I don't know how though. I'll figure that out someday. Scream 2 or Child's Play 2. The Final Chapter or Bride of Chucky. Okay. Got those in the chat just so we don't forget. And then finally, Halloween 2 or Friday the 13th Part 2. A delicious, immediate follow-up or the introduction of Jason. I mean, and then The Final Chapter, one of the best time capsules of 1980s horror with Crispin Glover acting a fool, or the introduction of Tiffany Goddamn Valentine. Because you know what? I haven't rewatched Bride of Chucky in a long time. I think that I would probably give it a higher score now. I think the last time I put it on Letterboxd, it was like 4 stars. The last time I watched Final Chapter was 4.5 stars. That's insane. That's crazy, but I fucking love the Final Chapter. And then Scream 2 or Child's Play 2. Again, I haven't rewatched Child's Play 2 in such a long time, which is a sin. I know that. But Scream 2 I consider to be a perfect film, and from what I remember of Child's Play 2, I might also give that a perfect rating. The last time I logged it, though, was probably also like a 4-star, but tough questions. Maybe it makes it easier if you are diehard for one of those franchises. I don't know, but I'm very curious to see what you have to say. So I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna let you keep typing. Am I gonna take this other shot? It's been a while. I think it's been like over 30 minutes since Lexius made that donation. So I was like, just give me like 15 minutes. Oh, brother. Look, listen, just for anybody that wasn't here, we got a couple $100 donations. So that is why. That is why this is my second shot of the evening. That's what happens. That's what happens. Ooh. Good. Okay. Sharknado or Clownnado? You know, I can't say I've had the pleasure of seeing Clownnado or even hearing of it, to be honest. But I don't know if I told you guys this, but the guy that edited the original Sharknado, shout out Bill, he's editing the music video that I just directed. Great guy. He helped out on set as well. Okay. But Megan or Abigail? I think Megan. Excuse me. I was gonna say, like, Abigail, a vampire with all that strength and stuff. No. Megan doesn't want to eat me. She doesn't want to drink my blood, so I'm good off that. Scream 2, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2. Wow. Okay, we got a lot of Child's Play fans up in here. Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 2. Oh my goodness. Scream 2, and thank you for the tip. Damn, I thought, okay, I was way off base. I really thought that my audience consisted of more Scream fans, so this is a shock to me, to be really honest. Okay, Child's Play 2, damn. Child's Play 2 easily. I don't care much for Scream 2. Really? I give Scream 2 a perfect 5-star rating. That's crazy. I feel like historically, because I've made a lot of Scream content on my channel, especially with like rankings and stuff, I feel like Scream 2 is the one that most often falls directly under the original Scream. Some people even rank it as their number one in the franchise. Have I been clouded by these comments? My gosh. Scream 2, Child's Play 2, Franny? Francisco? If you weren't here for my last horror news stream, maybe you missed it, but Franny is working on a Scream web series. It's going to be 90 minutes of content. It's looking fucking fantastic so far. So I'm just very shocked. As someone literally making like a fan web series that you would say Child's Play 2, that's heavy, that's deep. Scream 2, Scream 2. Oh, you've never seen Child's Play 2? Oh my god. You should. What joy. I'm jealous of you. Friday 4, Bride of Chucky, Final Chapter, Scream 2, Bride of Chucky. Okay, it seems like Final Chapter and Bride of Chucky are a little bit more split. Child's Play 2 is taking the W, I think. And Bride of Chucky, okay, that one doesn't surprise me so much. I feel like you respect Tiffany Valentine. Halloween 2, Final Chapter, Halloween 2. Oh gosh, you should. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh, thank you. I'm getting them done tomorrow because they're really grown out. So what should I do? It's spring, but I'm not like I've dipped my toes into like pastels. I've done some like light blues and stuff, but I'm not super into like spring colors, but I could you know, I could be open, and I'm open to suggestions. Final Chapter, Scream 2, Final Chapter, Halloween 2. No love for Child's Play on your end. Final Chapter, yeah, the spasm and you know, like the way that his dance is maybe like 20 seconds of the runtime of that movie, but it's so worth it every single goddamn time. Like it is. It's so good. It's so good. Halloween 2, Friday the 13th Part 2. You know, you guys can you can elaborate a little bit, by the way. Otherwise we have nothing to talk about. Because I want to know like why you chose the ones you chose, you know. Okay, where was I? Friday the 13th, just barely due to Crispin's dance moves. And you know, I've never been like super crazy about Halloween 2. This past year was when I like fell in love with it more. And also because Scott, my partner, loves to quote the 6 times. 6 times. I shot him 6 times. We watched The Sixth Sense, and that was his review on Letterboxd, actually. He said 6 times. I thought that was clever. I keep losing my spot. Okay, Halloween 2. Hate to out myself. You haven't seen Child's Play 2? I'm so baffled, as you've been such a constant member of this community. But you know, I haven't talked about Child's Play, I feel like, in a really long time. That was more like towards the beginning of my channel that I was really centered on like Child's Play content and stuff. So I guess that makes a little more sense that I haven't encouraged you to watch that franchise, but that's so surprising to me. Gotta go with Scream 2, even though I think it's a little too long. Love the Final Chapter. Gotta go with Bride of Chucky. Wait, you've seen Bride of Chucky, but not Child's Play 2? Okay. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. I remember watching it with my cousin as a kid. I loved it. Then I got with Friday the 13th Part 2 because it actually has Jason, and the OG Halloween 2 is kind of thin. Has the controversial sister angle. That it does. But some people really like that. Some people really like the sister thing. So, you know. Halloween 2, more atmosphere and suspense. Scream 2, Friday Part 4. Last one is a hard choice. You know, and I think that I actually give Friday Part 2 and Halloween 2 the same 3.5 star rating. For me, have I answered the question? For me, it's okay. I don't know. On a rewatch, I feel like I might choose Child's Play 2. But right now, I'm going to say Scream 2. I'm also, I think, going to say the final chapter right now. Even though I know, like, when I inevitably rewatch the Child's Play franchise, I think that might change. But just for now. And then Halloween 2, Friday Part 2. I think I'm going to say Halloween 2. It's a little more comforting to me. We got Donald Pleasance. We got Jamie Lee. Like, I think I'm going to say Halloween 2. I think. Because I'm not crazy about Baghead Jason. And, like, I think I actually have a preference for other final girls above Ginny. So, like, I'm not also, like, super connected to her or anything about Part 2. So, I think for me, it'll probably always be Halloween 2. But who knows? Who knows in the future? Halloween 2. God damn it, I shot him 6 times. Sorry. Thank you. Would you rather smoke weed with Tate Landon or Peter from Hereditary? Fuck. Neither. Nightmare blunt rotation. Okay. Would I rather? I'm gonna put this really bluntly, and I'm sorry, but would I rather smoke weed with a school shooter or someone that inadvertently killed his sister and has panic attacks when he smokes weed? I guess I'd say Peter. Right? That feels like the moral choice. I don't know. Are we talking pre or post Paimon possession? Paimon, excuse me. Let me not mispronounce a demon's name. Gosh. Scream 2 and Bride of Chucky. Okay. Little split there in the franchise choices. Final chapter. Friday the 13th series got me into horror. They're pretty special to you. Plus Crispin Glover is just insane. I know. It's amazing how he can be such a standout. And was he like it seems like I don't know, just the evolution of my comment section would seem to suggest that like he was not appreciated in his time with Friday the 13th, but now like I don't know if it's just my generation or what, we've drawn more attention to the whole dancing thing and his character in that movie. I don't know, but the evolution of my comments has definitely suggested that like we love him now more than ever in that movie, you know? And he stands out so much that it's not like, I mean, it's not like he's carrying, but he's kind of the reason for the season with that movie. Like, is he not? I don't know. Friday the 13th Part 2. That series holds a special place in my heart. It was the first horror movie and series I watched. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so behind on the chat. My gosh. David from Lost Boys or Jerry Dandridge from Fright Night. It's been too long since I've seen Fright Night, to be honest. So I'm inclined to say David, but I would need to rewatch Fright Night to be sure. To be sure. Would I rather be besties with Laura from Your Monster or Lisa from Lisa Frankenstein? Very, very similar characters there, except that I think Lisa is just slightly more self-assured from the jump. She still has her arc, but she's also like into her weird shit and not really ashamed of it. She doesn't fit in that well. Laura is in her she's in her victim moment. Like, she's in her victim moment. And I almost never respect that, to be honest. Yeah. So I tend to choose my friendships based on like self-assuredness, to be honest. Like, I just don't I'm not here to like prop anybody up. Like, stand up. And she does by the end, but I think I would probably say Lisa. We're more into the same stuff. Um so okay, I also like Scream 2. In order of rewatches is in the middle. Child's Play 2 ranks higher in the rewatch for that franchise. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Haunted hayrides or haunted mazes? I haven't had the pleasure of doing haunted hayrides, to be honest. Like, I've been at pumpkin patches where I've ridden on the hay, but I haven't done a haunted hayride, I don't think. So I guess I'd have to say mazes, but I don't know. Dark Nor. Escape the bar from Dusk Till Dawn or the forest from Blair Witch. I don't think that Blair Witch lets anybody go. I don't even know if that's a possibility. So, but but we talked about it earlier, how I think the Blair Witch, I think she might like me a little bit. Plus, I would show her my tattoo, and I'd be like, "Sister, I'm a fan." Like, so I might fare a little bit more. I might fare a little bit better there than most. However, I don't think she lets anyone go. I think that, obviously there is a chance to escape the bar from Dusk Till Dawn. So, your first horror movie. Oh, that's crazy. I can't imagine, because I was scared watching that movie when I was like 21 years old. Until Dawn or Fear Street Prom Queen. If you're asking what I'm more excited for, what I'm anticipating more, I would probably say, it's weird, but I would probably say Until Dawn. I don't think that Fear Street Prom Queen is going to be good. Originally, Chloe Okuno was announced as the director. Now she's fucking not, and nobody said why. Nobody, all of a sudden, just some man is directing Fear Street Prom Queen. And I'm supposed to care about you know what? So I think I'm gonna say Until Dawn, just because, like, it's more of an intuition thing, and I could be totally wrong, but in my comment section, people have really strongly felt like I would enjoy Until Dawn, and I think I would, because it's kind of like a low stakes choose your own adventure type game, and I'm really interested in it despite knowing like nothing about it. So I'm more interested in Until Dawn. I feel like Fear Street Prom Queen is going to be a sad attempt to try to capture the magic of the original trilogy on Netflix, and there's just no way it's going to be that. You know what I mean? It's almost like the timeline for legacy sequels is just getting shorter and shorter, and that's kind of what Prom Queen is feeling like it's going to be to me. So I don't know. Picked Friday over Chucky. I know. Considering they're literally right behind me, I know. They probably will. I'm sorry, guys. But look, Chucky's wearing the Jason mask. Oh, wrong way. Chucky's wearing the Jason mask. So clearly he is a Jason fan too. So maybe he'll understand. Okay? Maybe he'll understand. That was another non-story. I don't think they confirmed it. I don't think that was a confirmation. No, I'm not gonna get my hopes up right now. I think eventually they'll try it with a Jennifer's Body sequel, but I'm not holding my breath right now. Black nails with red marble and stone. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Is it time? I think I need to probably drop another question. It's probably about time. Oh gosh. Okay. Speaking of Halloween versus Scream, let's talk horror movie best friends. Okay. This one might seem really cut and dry. I have a feeling I know where the chat's going to go, but I think that the question is a little bit more nuanced than you might initially think. So let's give it a minute. Let's give it a thought. Okay. Tatum Riley or Annie Brackett? maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be a little bit more split because I think like who you'd rather have as your best friend or like which character you prefer would definitely be based on your own personal temperament. Because for me, like, I think every friend group needs a Tatum Riley. It's tough for girls. Like I said earlier, I was talking about you know, how a lot of girls go through the arc of like embracing the masculine perspective and stuff. They need a Tatum in their lives, okay? Every friend group needs a Tatum to like keep them grounded and be like, nope, you're badass. Like, don't be fucking ridiculous. Like Tatum, she speaks the truth, okay? And every friend group, they need that, okay? I identify a little bit more as like the Tatum of my, you know, of any friend group situation. I'm a very self-assured person. I would like to have an Annie Brackett in my life, okay? I'm a little bit shy when it comes to meeting new people. If it's a friend of a friend, no problem. No problem at all. But like, you know, Annie feels like the friend that would be like, do you want me to go say hi first? Like, and I'd be like, yes. If I see a girl across the place that I have no idea who she is, but I fucking love her outfit, I'm gonna want my friend to break the ice. Like, I'm not gonna be so comfortable going up and being like, oh my God, I love your fit. Like, you give me good vibes. I'm not that girl. And I feel like having an Annie by my side would be helpful with that. You know what I mean? Whereas Tatum, I think if Tatum was my best friend, we would fight. We would fight and we would get over it, but we would fight. And I think we're just too strong of personalities to really click like that. And I don't know. I don't know how I would fare in a friendship with Tatum Riley. So for me, I think I would say Annie Brackett. Overall, who do I prefer as a character? I think Tatum Riley. But I think it's a good question. I'm really curious what you guys are going to say. So, but in the meantime, thank you. Who would I want to partner up with on a horror movie case? Detective Ray Cameron or Donald Thompson? I'm gonna have to look these people up because I don't remember where they're from. Detective Ray Cameron is, oh my God, from Night of the Creeps. Oh my God. Okay, love. And then who else? Donald Thompson. Okay, wait. Detective Donald Thompson. Oh, from Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I would definitely want to partner up with Ray Cameron. Loki, Nancy's dad was kind of useless. Like Nancy was running that whole show and she was what, like 17 years old. That's ridiculous and that's embarrassing. Yeah. So definitely for me, it would be Ray Cameron. Because he was taking charge, you know, he was taking care of those sorority ladies. Yeah. The good news is your dates are here. Bad news is they're dead. He was hilarious in the meantime. Like, yeah, absolutely Ray Cameron. Oh my gosh. That's my favorite role of Tom Atkins ever. Ever. Thank you so much. I think I'll love Sinners for good things. Plus Michael B. Jordan and Haley Steinfeld as vampires. Oh, spoilers. Spoilers. Oh, hello, welcome. We're having fun here. I already saw Screamboat, and I thought that I was going to review it as a bonus review for the patrons tomorrow, but I really don't want to like talk about it that much. Like, I don't really want to dignify it like that. It wasn't a good time. So yeah, I already saw it. I'm in a life or death situation. I'm forced to team up with one of these backstabbing characters. Who do I choose? Jill from Scream or Juno from The Descent? Oh. Definitely Juno. Because you know what? Jill is just fucking sociopathic, fame hungry. And that's that. That's her whole like she has no other motivations besides that. She backstabs her own fucking partner. Juno from The Descent, she makes horrible decisions and she metaphorically backstabs her best friend, but there is a heart in there at the end of the day, you know? I have some sympathy for Juno. A lot of people don't. Fucking whatever. I think you should be more angry at the man, but whatever. I have a soft spot for Juno. I do. She is not emotionless. She's not devoid of empathy the way that Jill is. So yeah, I'm gonna say Juno. I would team up with Juno. I don't think I would fare super well with either of them, to be clear, but if I had to choose, Tatum, Annie's annoying. Annie was helping Lori get out of her shell. Like, Lori never would have fucking talked to Ben Tramer otherwise. Annie's a good friend. Annie's a good friend. You know? Ugh, gosh, do I have an unpopular opinion here? Tatum 100%. Tatum, because she reminds me of the friends I usually make. Gotta go for Tatum. Obviously, Tatum. God damn. Women with snark always win in my book. Guys, any from the OG or the remake. Was Annie in the remake Danielle Harris? Or was that the other girl? Yeah, that was Danielle. Right. That's a good question. Tatum comes off as a bully to me. I appreciate her self-assurance. She's annoying to me sometimes. But Rose McGowan plays the type of character a lot. So like the OG Annie too, I'm gonna go Annie all the way. Yeah, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Struggling to remember what she contributed as a friend in Halloween. I remember Tatum being like the coolest friend ever in Scream. Okay, fair point. It's not like Annie contributes a whole lot. Tatum is very like defensive of Sydney and stuff, but also Sydney doesn't need a lot of defending. She punches Gail in the face just fine, all on her own, you know? So I don't even necessarily think that Tatum contributed that much. She's just a very strong character. Annie, I don't know. Annie's a good vibe. Annie's a good vibe. She yells. She's pretty similar to Tatum, honestly. She yells at Michael when he's driving the car. Hey, speed kills. You know, give her a little credit. Give her a little credit. You know. Am I wasted yet? A little bit, just a little bit. I've had 2 shots on this stream so far in almost 2 hours, so I'm not wasted by any means. I've got like a half shot left. If anyone, people have made big tips to the stream. Famish has unfortunately not moved. Has not moved during the stream. But we've gotten some big tips tonight. I will pour this though, just in case we do. You know, just in case we do on Famished. We got a half shot here. If we get even $50 on the Famished GoFundMe, then we'll see. I'm gonna hold fast to my rule though. I'm not fucking watching the Human Centipede unless we get $1,000 on the Famished GoFundMe, okay? All right? I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Totally Killer, Time Cut, or The Final Girls? I enjoyed Totally Killer much more than Time Cut or The Final Girls, and I have rewatched The Final Girls. Yeah, Totally Killer. Also, like, it came out at kind of a good time where there were some truly dog shit releases that weekend. So Totally Killer felt like Citizen Kane at the time. If I rewatched it, who's to say? But I really enjoyed it my first go around. So, would I rather be absorbed by the thing or possessed by a deadite? Fuck. Well, okay. Being possessed by a deadite, we know from Evil Dead 2013 there is the possibility to come back to yourself. So I'm gonna have to say being possessed by a deadite, because once you've been absorbed by the thing, honey, that's it. That's it. We never seen anyone come back from that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say deadite, even though it's so much more disgusting and so much more violent and just overall just seems worse. There's the potential for survival. So that's what I gotta say. Good question. Tatum, since she won't push me to date my crush as much as Annie, but if you're the type of person that needs that push, then wouldn't you appreciate Annie as a friend? You know? I would, personally. Go with Tater Tots. Love how strongly opinionated she is. My butt heads, but I choose her. Fair enough. I did say I prefer her as a character, but who would I rather be friends with? And it's Annie. Because also Annie smokes weed. I don't know if Tatum does. She doesn't in the movie, so trying to sash. My next video in defense of Annie bracket. Listen. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, thank you. Did you mean to leave a comment there? I appreciate it though. Yeah, right. I know. My bad, Annie. It's okay. Look, if Tatum is your choice, live in your truth. It's okay. It's fine. Tatum, though, when her and Sydney are shopping and Sid is having second thoughts because of Billy's gaslighting, she tells her that Billy and his penis don't deserve her. That's so true. You know what? And I always forget about that scene in the original Scream because it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird scene. Team Annie all the way. Yes. Yeah. literal brownie points. Um, Look, you guys don't have to watch The Human Centipede, but I figure you will get a kick out of watching me watch The Human Centipede and possibly the sequels. Do I have my suspicions that once I watch said sequels, I will consider the profession of filmmaker as a mistake? Maybe. I'm willing to roll those dice. If we can successfully fundraise, you know? Tatum, she just seems more fun. Also seemed loyal. I don't know. You don't know who Annie is? Damn. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Shit. Okay. A half shot on Chill Pilgrim Redo. Is that how you pronounce that? Is it Redux? All right. Fuck. To my health. To famished. To the horror genre for being the reason I live. Oh god, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ugh. They don't get better. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, the drunker I get, you stop tasting the alcohol. No, the fuck I don't. No, I don't. Oh, big shouts out. Big shouts out. Thank you guys for the donations tonight. It really means a lot. Everything, so it obviously can't be counted towards the GoFundMe, but the plan is I move the donations from the GoFundMe to an investment account. So it's just safe there and waits there until we're in production and I got to start paying people. So regardless of where you donate, the donations from tonight, they will be moved to that account. So they'll be safe there, even though you didn't actually donate to the GoFundMe. I've never really kind of explained that process. I've explained a lot of the process of like fundraising, all the behind the scenes stuff to my patrons. But yeah, I should have considered that that's maybe something you'd be curious about where your money's going. But yeah, because we're not going to be in production until probably 2026. I'm trying to fundraise $10,000. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a lot of fucking money. So it's going to be a while. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. I've had a lot of fun tonight as well. I hope you guys have had fun too. This is definitely something that we should do on live streams more often. I didn't realize like how long and how hard we'd be debating kind of about like each question. I thought like I have 25 questions. I hope that's enough, you know? But yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going. Trans rights, Midsommar cult or Wickerman cult? I don't know what that means. What do you mean? What do you mean? Is okay. This could go either way. I'm gonna assume you hopefully have good intentions here and you're just saying trans rights as a flavoring on this comment and you're asking like, would I join the Midsommar cult or the Wicker Man cult? And that's a great question. I would love some clarification though, Queen. Please let me know. But okay. But I'd rather join the Midsommar cult or the Wicker Man cult. Okay. So, okay. I think I'm gonna say the Wicker Man cult because it has more of a pagan vibe, and in Midsommar, like, I enjoy their sentiment about how they give their life to be part of, like, the cycle of life, but if I don't need to die, I don't wanna die, so I would say the Wicker Man cult, you know? The only way I'd watch The Human Centipede is but you don't need to, I'm not encouraging you guys to watch The Human Centipede, I wanna make that very clear. I want to make that very clear. But yeah, never watch that by yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. To famished. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. Would I rather get drunk with Pearl or Maxine? I feel like this is an easy answer, I would definitely say Maxine. I mean, she parties. She's from the 80s. She's fun. She wants to be a star, and not in the sense that she's willing to like really work hard for it, but in the sense that she just feels like she deserves it and she likes partying. So like I would like to party with Maxine. I wouldn't be friends with her probably, but like I would what I wouldn't give to have a drunk conversation with her in the bathroom at the club. Oh my god. Oh my god. The most ambitious thing about Famished. That's a good question. Um, the way that I see the movie in my head, I think it's gonna be the camera work because there will be no VFX in Famished. Um, the the I don't wanna say. I haven't even told my patrons what the synopsis is for Famished, so I don't wanna say it now. You're gonna try to get it out of me because I got a little liquor in me, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Um, I wanna say one other thing, but it kind of involves a spoiler, and I don't want you to know. But the thing that I can tell you is definitely the camera work. I there are Evil Dead inspirations in Famished. I will say that, and it does involve liberating the camera and doing some fucking crazy shit with that. So I think I'll say the camera work for now. That's what I'll say for now. A mad scientist lab or a dark foggy woods. I fucking love a dark foggy woods. I love a woods. I unfortunately don't live by any, but I love a woods. I go into that willingly. But also, I'd be really, really curious about a mad scientist lab. I like science a lot. I'd be very curious. Like if he was there and he was like telling me all about it and stuff, that would be like one of the funnest tours of my life. That's actually a difficult question. But the ambiance of a forest. The ambiance of a forest, yeah. Yeah. Trans rights is always my frosting. You got it. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I got. I'm glad I clocked that. No pun intended. It was intended. That was a lie. I'm sorry. Getting 100 million to direct one giant-sized blockbuster, or 5 million to make 20 personal small-scale productions. I think 20 personal small-scale productions, because directing 20 movies, that might be the rest of my life. You know what I mean? I'd be set. I don't know what I would do with $100 million. I don't know what people are doing with $100 million. Why do you need $100 million to make a movie? I was just pitched an opportunity. It fell through, but I was pitched an opportunity to direct a feature-length film for $6,500, and my gut instinct was to be like, no, that's not possible. Like, what the fuck? And then you know what? I'll be damned. I came up with an idea. How to shoot a feature film in 3 days. I was like, actually, so I don't know what the fuck people are spending $100 million on to make a movie. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So yeah, Maxine easily, exactly. You destroyed your copy of Human Centipede. Wow. But yeah, somebody mentioned, I think, they're on Shudder right now. So we could watch them together is all I'm saying. Oh my gosh, wait, so we actually might have cracked $300 just in tips tonight. I think we might have. In which case we have hit the $1,000 mark for Famished fundraising. In which case, oh fuck, I'm gonna be watching the Human Centipede. Oh jeez. Oh Jesus. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, don't make me Mia Goth or Anya Taylor-Joy. Don't make me pit two beautiful queens against one another. Not in real life. It's one thing to say Jennifer Check or Ginger. I can't pit two beautiful queens against each other. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Thank you. When I'm working in this industry, when I'm rich. That's funny. Do I see myself living in the house from Hereditary? I don't I prefer being connected with community. I don't see myself living out in the middle of a forest. Like in concept, it sounds great because like I love nature and I do need to be in proximity to some form of nature, but like I don't think I could live like that. I think it's a little bit too far out. So no. So no. Give me 10K and a Snickers bar. I'm good. Right. Right. Electric State and Minecraft movies where the money is. But it's laundering. We don't need to get into it, but it is money laundering. So anyway, let's do maybe one last question and then I'll probably sign off because I need to eat dinner. I'm hungry. Oh my God. I've asked some good questions and I have so many more. I have only asked like 7 of my questions or 8 of them. God. Okay. Oh no, because I asked a whole bunch about like the sequels. So okay, so I've asked like 10 of my questions. Oh, which one? Oh God, I can't choose the last one. It's the last one. You know, okay, we didn't do a couple of the questions on the thumbnail. So gosh, I should do the ones that we haven't talked about. Michael or Jason? And that is a loaded question. You're not getting out of here so easily. Who would you rather be chased by? Who is your favorite? Are those the only facets of that question? Maybe. Because I would say like, oh, who's like backstory do you prefer? Michael doesn't have one. He never has. So whatever. Which lore, which character lore do you prefer? I guess that's part of it. And then the last thing on the thumbnail was Hereditary or Midsommar, which that's whatever. That's you can. So you know what? Forget that one. A better question was my follow-up, which was, which cult would you rather join, the Midsommar or Hereditary cult? So let's go with that one. Cause yeah, to me, the film I prefer is Midsommar, but like Hereditary is still like a 4.5 out of 5. Midsommar is a 5 out of 5. Michael or Jason? For me, it's easily Michael. Who would I rather face off with? That's actually a really good question. Because they end up being of similar strength and personality wise, they're like the same. So I don't know who I would rather have to fight, Michael or Jason. I much prefer Michael's mask. So there's that. Which cult would I rather join? That's more of a question of like, do you want to have to go abroad? Because the Hereditary cult, it seems like you can kind of enjoy your patronage of that group in the comfort of your own home. So I don't know. Do you want to have to travel to Sweden? Would you rather live there? For me personally, I'm going to say the Midsommar cult. It seems like being part of the Hereditary cult involves dealing with grief and contacting spirits in the beyond, and like I'm not interested in that. I'm good just fucking off to Sweden and being part of a nice little self-sustaining being part of just a nice little self-sustaining community, you know? So I actually haven't seen Frogman yet, but this caught my attention because my friend Leanne really wants to watch Frogman, and I don't know why, but I support her wholeheartedly, and so I need to watch Frogman. Don't watch Bunny the Killer Thing. I haven't even heard of it, but okay. All right. Yeah, we did. And that is why I drink tonight. Yeah, The Brutalist was made with only $10 million. That's fucking insane. That's insane. I don't know where you know what? It's laundering. It's laundering. It's tax evasion, and that's what it is. I'm not going to say allegedly. It's not fucking allegedly. Sorry, I feel passionately. My alarm. Okay. I'm getting off in a second. Michael is my favorite. Rather be chased by Michael too. Oh, yeah. Right. In the remake, Jason runs. I didn't even consider that. But that's so true. Michael never runs. He never has. He can't be bothered. Um, I will not be doing that, actually. I will not be doing that, actually. Don't throw my name in the ring. Um, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Rather be killed by Jason Voorhees because he's quicker. Michael is my favorite by far. I mean, there's quite a variety in Michael's kills, but that's really true. Jason is not he's not artistic like Michael. He's not going to treat you like a little pin cushion, you know. He's just going to take you out. So, that's a very good point actually. It's a very good point. Michael's my favorite slasher. I'd rather be chased by him as well. Chased by Michael, my favorite is still Michael. I like Jason's lore though. Fair enough. Fair enough. I guess we just don't really know enough about Michael to kind of answer that question. It's just not as juicy, is it? Rather be chased by Jason. Michael looks cooler. Jason's kills are funner to watch. But would you rather be killed by Jason? Perhaps that is the question. Michael for both. He's just my fave. I'm more afraid of Michael. Rather be chased by Jason because he'd probably only chase to the tree line. That's true. I think Jason's a little like, okay, the thing is Michael is very narrow-minded. He's got a one-track mind and he's just hell bent. Jason's a little dumber. You know? So with both of them, I feel like I would actually use similar means to run from them, hide from them, escape from them, but kind of for different reasons. Because like Michael, I feel like he's only kind of focused on the thing right in front of him, and Jason's just kind of like he's just like kind of dumb. So you haven't seen them. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Oh my god. Watch them expeditiously. Midsommar cult scenery is beautiful. Getting to chill in the flowers would be cool. My thing though is like I'm from America and like with food and everything, I don't know, could I handle the homesteading and eating all the, you know, the homegrown, homemade food? I don't know. I'm American. I need a preservative every once in a while, like as a treat, as a treat. I need my Taco Bell and stuff. Like every other month. Like I need it like sometimes as a treat or I'd go insane. So, I don't know. I don't know. Gotta go Midsommar. They're outside eating mushrooms and shit. Exactly. And I've been saying this. Thank you, Mike. I've been saying this. Gosh. It's, you know, take it all into consideration. And maybe your answer is multifaceted. That's fine. Michael's not much of a runner, just walks. Yeah, love Midsommar. For all the facets of the question. Good. I go with Jason. Better backstory, also a more creative killer. My preferred way of being killed would be for Jason to crush my head like a berry. That'd be nice and quick. I cannot fault you there. That'd be nice and quick. Absolutely. Would I rather be born into the Ladomus family? Wait, is the Graham family your next? Hold on. I might need clarification. Hold on. Graham family horror? How do I? Oh, that's from Hereditary. Okay. I think Ladomus because they're fucking rich. The Graham family has so many problems that they are not addressing with one another. Like they all need therapy for very different reasons. They also all every pairing of that family needs to go to therapy with one another and like work on all those relationships. They have a lot of problems. The Ladomuses, like they know that they're fucking horrible and at least they're kind of upfront about it. Like, I don't know. And they're rich. So yeah, probably the Ladomus family. Thank you. You're sending another package? Oh my goodness. I don't know if I'll get it in time, but I will be back home in about a week. So wholesome culting. Yes. Hey Juan. Okay. We got Hereditary. It seems supernatural. Midsommar seems eugenic. It is eugenic. You're right. You bring up an excellent point. I would not want to be part of something like that, but I am more frightened of the paranormal element of the hereditary cults. Like, I think if I'm joining a cult, I'm not considering my morals so much. I think I'm considering more like self-preservation, in which case I unfortunately do have to say the Midsommar cult. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is this a safe space to say that? Exactly. Like, I'm not dealing with the demons. Like, I'm not doing that. Humans I can deal with. Humans I can deal with. Demons I cannot. I don't know. Jason's mask is cool. Michael's mask looks weird to me. Whoa. I don't know if I've actually ever gotten a comment about preferring Jason's mask. I think this is a first. I'm Michael's mask all the way. Michael. You think Jason is tougher? I guess okay. I guess Jason comes back like undead and can withstand a lot more damage than Michael. But Michael withstands a lot. But I get where you're coming from. For the cult, I'd go Team Paimon. They're looking for success and riches. Midsommar, you're just waiting to jump to your death. But like, I personally am not looking for riches. I don't want to deal with the demon. So I'd more be looking for like the community and like the beautiful landscape. I don't know. This is all hypothetical and alleged, okay? Yeah, Midsommar Cult seems more fun. I know they do shrooms and they dance around and they wear flowers on their head. Like, that's cute. I don't know. Hello. Godzilla -1 budget and great effects made me mad as hell at Hollywood for giving us a slop with all the money. Right? Godzilla -1 was like 15 million? It 50 I think it was around there. I don't remember, but yeah. Oh gosh, I need to have me some dinner. I think I need to sign off. This has been such a fun evening. I maybe this is gonna be like a fun little fundraising thing, so we don't have to always be watching fucking horrible movies. But clearly, after the tips tonight, I do need to schedule a watch along of the Human Centipede. I don't know if I can make it happen this week, and possibly not next week because, like I said, I'm gonna be traveling. I'm visiting my family. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream next week. But, honey, I think the Human Centipede watch along is happening. I think it's happening. So, anyway, don't be too scared yet. Tomorrow I will be playing Alien Isolation. So that'll be my next stream. Also, on Wednesday for the patrons, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. That's going to be a little bit more of a last minute plan, but because my landlord's gone, it's probably going to be a sesh. I haven't seshed with you guys in a really long time, so it'll be some sort of sesh, some little horror game, I'm sure. And then I think next week will probably be the next Boomers episode because I won't be able to edit it in time for Wednesday. But anyway, on Friday, I think I'm going to be like deep cleaning my physical media collection and maybe stuff from like under my bed and stuff because I'm really hoping to move soon, so I need to do that. So you'll be seeing me then. But as far as live streams, the next time you'll see me should be tomorrow night. So I hope to see you at the same time to continue my misery of playing Alien Isolation. Just kidding. I've been having fun a little bit. So anyway, I hope to see you then. Have a great night. Thank you guys so much for playing with me. This has been so much. I snoozed my alarm. I didn't stop it. Thank you guys so much for playing with me. Tonight's been super fun. Thank you guys for bringing questions. I gotta go. I need to get some food. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a great night. Bye.